Oh gosh, yes, it's that time of the year. The days are getting shorter, the apple cider is flowing, the pumpkins are rolling, so it's time to decorate for fall, right? Well, kind of. Hi, my name is Jorge if you're new here, and today I'm sharing how to approach home design during the autumn, especially if you are a minimalist or just like simplicity in your home design. Maybe you're looking to bring in all those nice warm feelings from fall without overdoing it. Now, before I get into it, I just want to mention that I have gone away from decorating for fall. In fact, I've gone away from decorating for seasons, for holidays, and kind of have moved towards integrating the seasons at its current state. Honestly, I really love it. It's kind of just made my home just feel a little bit more intentional, I would say. And I'm gonna get into the details and the weeds and all of that. I have my list here. I have a lot to say, so let's just get into it. Now, of course, these are just my opinions, sort of tips that I go about, and they might apply to you, or in fact, you might disagree with some things that I say, and that's okay, but I do think there's things to sort of think about as we go into styling our homes. And the first step that I have for you is to figure out why you are decorating for fall. And that's something that I kind of recently discovered, to be honest with you. There are certain things that can sort of influence that. Of course, it could be the weather, like the season is changing, so of course it's maybe cooler, the leaves are changing, the colors are beautiful. It could be the fashion of course is different. I love layering it up and all of that great stuff. It could also be the festivities, the act of going to the pumpkin patch, the corn mazes, all of that great stuff, which I have lots of fun, and get my cider and taking all the cool photos and all that stuff. I love it. I think it's a great season. But does that mean that I need to bring everything into my house? Not quite. So that's something to think about. What is it about it that you like about the season? If it's the act of cooking, maybe you're cooking more recipes, maybe you need to focus in on your kitchen a little bit more and really help style it in a way that it supports your everyday functions or what it is that you like. So next up, and this might be a controversial one, but I have to say it, and that is just remember that your home is not a pumpkin patch. Okay, don't come at me. I love pumpkins. I love going to the pumpkin patch. They're so beautiful. You get some big ones. You get gourds, whites, oranges, reds, all of those beautiful colors. But just remember that if you want a minimalist home or you just want to keep it very simple, you don't need to put a pumpkin everywhere. Whether it's a real pumpkin, whether it's a glass pumpkin or a pumpkin print, you don't need to have them everywhere. Just limit the number of pumpkins that you have. Maybe just put some out in your front door. And if you want to have some, maybe get a big old bowl, a wooden bowl, concrete bowl, and just put them there, display them. Maybe throw in some pine cones in there too while you're at it. And put them in your coffee table, your kitchen island, your dining room, whatever. And just enjoy them. But they don't need to be everywhere, okay? The second thing that I have for you is to change out the drapes. This is more of a specific thing, but I think this is a great season, a great time to be changing out the drapes. Maybe going with something a little bit thicker, maybe something like velvets, especially if you're really wanting to hone in on those textures. On the other hand, we have less sunlight, so that means it's gonna maybe be darker inside, or maybe it's cloudy a little bit more. So maybe this is a good time to actually use lighter curtains and allow that light to come in. So pay attention to your window coverings and see if that's something that you need to spend a little bit of time investigating or changing. The third tip that I have for you is to source inspiration not just from home decor. So an example of this could be maybe pay attention to the local climate that you're in. Do you live in a space that actually has a whole bunch of trees with the pretty yellows and oranges and red leaves, or do you live in something else that's maybe more like a tropical area or maybe a desert scene? I live in the Pacific Northwest, in the area where it's more of like desert, and so we have dry stuff. Basically we have lots of sage green bushes, we have tumbleweeds, all that, which I think is beautiful. I think that color palette is very, very nice, and I source inspiration from that. Another thing you can pay attention to is the types of shows or movies that you watch during this season. Oftentimes, if you look closely at the movie sets or just the sets in general, they can sort of communicate a really cool feeling. Maybe it's a spooky feeling during this time or cozy or something like that. Another thing is to hit up your local shops. You would be surprised how those can kind of inspire you, because oftentimes, and an example of this is like thrift stores. I go thrift shopping here a lot. I will find really cool pieces that, I don't know, I think are beautiful. For example, colored glassware. Colored glassware I'm really into, especially amber glass. Those nice like, sort of brown slash yellowy, more warm tones I think are beautiful. And I don't know, just see what you can find, and that can sort of spark some inspiration. Sorry, I think the lawn is being mowed, so sorry if it's coming through the mic. But while we're in the subject, let's talk about dead branches. Behind me I have dead branches. I encourage you to really use freshly cut branches or just dead branches, whatever branches you can find around. I think that's a really nice way to bring in the existing state of the season. I like fake branches too, but sometimes it's really hard finding good ones. If you find some good ones, let me know down below. But I think this is a nice way to, of course, bring in the season, and just the drama that that brings, I think is nice. I will link this eucalyptus, dried eucalyptus that's dyed red, I think. Really love it, and it smells fantastic. But bring in those live branches. I say this a lot on this channel, and we'll continue to say it. Let's bring back the potpourri. I like potpourri, believe it or not. I feel like it was very popular, but it's kind of gone away, and it's kind of in the shadows right now. But I love it because I think it's a nice way to bring in some scent. Let us have fun or hone in on the everyday rituals of life, because I think we're inside more. So that means maybe we are cooking more, maybe we're ordering more. Maybe it's time to upgrade the dinnerware and get something that is maybe a nice porcelain, or maybe something that is handmade, or something that feels a little bit more special than what you already have. Especially if it's something that you're using every day. It could also be your towels, your bedding, all those kind of things are really great. Even like your hangers, if you're really into fashion, get some nice wooden hangers if you can. Number 7, I think I already touched on this, but colored glassware, that is a kind of a specific thing that I really like right now. Again, the amber glass. Another cool thing that I've seen is smoked glass is another one, and also tortoise glass. Tortoise glass is kind of cool. I don't know if it's something new, but it's new to me. And it's kind of glass that, kind of, like those tortoise glasses, like eyewear glasses, but that in like drinkware. I think this is amazing. It's beautiful. I want some. Numero 8 is to take advantage of your neutral home. So this is for my people out there who have neutral homes like me, have the beiges, the grays, the whites, all that stuff. Call it boring, but I love it. It's calming for me. But this is the time to take advantage of that color palette and expand on it. Add some color, maybe something a little bit muted, or go vibrant, but something like, right now my favorites are Sherwin-Williams Dry Time, Poetry Plum, Golden Rule, and Jalapeno. I think those are some really nice fun colors. If you're using color in your home right now, let me know what your favorite color is. What do you like about it? I think you can have fun with this season, especially since it's kind of gloomy. Number 9, it is time to whip out those candles. I love candles here. I have an obsession with candle holders, more like tapered candles, I would say. But use all kinds of candles. Use tapered candles, use pillar candles, tea lights, whatever candles you use to sort of bring in a little bit of elegance at night. The really fun play with the natural light, which is really cool in this time of the year. Whether that's scented or not, because too much scent can also feel a little bit overwhelming. Just have fun with the light, and of course be safe. You don't want your house to burn down. Last but not least, don't neglect good texture. Now, of course, texture is important year-round, but there's something about it during this time of the year, especially textiles, whether it's our bedding, our throws, curtains, whatever. We really kind of go heavy with it. We have chunky nets, we have chenilles, faux furs, and the more popular right now, Sherpa, which I love. I absolutely love Sherpa. But also consider incorporating lighter textures and create some contrast with the textures, because I think it's a nice way to add a little bit of dimension to a space. So pair maybe something that is like a linen or linen blend with a faux fur or chunky knit or whatever you use, and create that nice contrast. Alright, so that does it for this video. Maybe not what you were expecting for fall decor, but I definitely enjoy fall. I think it's a great season. I'm excited for all the festivities. Let me know what your thoughts are, but thank you for watching this video. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.